What a beautiful spring day. Hello, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. OLED first in the room. Good to see you, Sarge. Jim, you're coming in third place there. Chilla D and hello. Bluesy Vlogs and Maria, hello. Finally. Hello, ABX girl. Me. Hello. Welcome on into the show. Aren't we gonna have a fun live stream today? Good to see you, Miss Blee. Good afternoon or good morning. Yeah, sunshine after the rain. Hello, and Fox. Hello. Welcome to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. And we are gonna walk around here and enjoy the park. Let's see how many people think I'm talking to them. Let's see how many people think I'm talking to them. It's a beautiful day here. It warmed up very considerably since I hopped on the train to get up here. So nice and warm up here. Joe Mooski, good to see you, Joe Mooski. And good to see you, Millard. Welcome. Thanks for tuning on in. Yes, you have seen the rest. Now you've seen the best. Now you got to see the best. Good to see you, CB. Welcome. I know, Sarge. I was being bothered. I was setting up the stream and like somebody was just like talking at me, and I'm like, bro, mind your business. Good to see you there, Nibble. Buenvenu. Gorgeous A&D, Cowboy Coney. Good to see you, Deb, and good to see you, Cyclone Joe. Welcome. Good afternoon. Good to see you, Manny Explores. Welcome. Now you can smoke up in New York, 420. That's right. It's 420 forever. Just past Prospect Park. Now at Mecca Evers. To get your second shot. Awesome, Joe. Good news. Good to see you, Deming, and good to see you, Lou. It's gonna be even more pretty. It's gonna be. There's some people out here who are gonna like cosplay. There's like people in costumes, so we might see cosplayers. Good to see you, Feliz, and good to see you, Gail. Welcome. All right, let's get in here. So we're here at the Eastern Parkway entrance to the Botanical Garden, and we're gonna walk all the way through it. Good to see you, Dave. Welcome. Welcome. We're gonna really ramble about here today. So we're gonna really take our time today because I have no other plans other than to do this live stream. So look, the plants are beginning to blossom. They're beginning to bloom. They're beginning to bloom. If this is anything like Central Park yesterday, it should be a beautiful day here in the park. Beautiful day outside. And this is one thing I love to do. This is one thing I love about the Eastern Parkway entrance. I could walk down this blade of grass here. So let's start off by walking down a nice long lawn. And welcome on into the show. We're gonna have some fun today. I assure you I will not create any cringy kind of content. I cannot wait to open up memberships, because then when we do these members only live streams, there's going to be so much I'm going to have to dish out for you guys. There's going to be so much tea I'm going to have to serve. Anyway. Beautiful in the park. Yeah. Good to see you, Din Din. You're more than welcome, Din Din. More than welcome. It is nice and warm out here. Tanti saluti, Pietro. Buongiorno, Italy. Tanti saluti. My new favorite Italian greeting. MTA Rail Fanner, good to see you, man. And Robert, welcome. Welcome on into the show. Good to see you, Sammy. Then you'll figure out how to hack, yes. And my Italian is almost as good as my touring, yes. You re-entered, you entered alive to see the most beautiful place. Yes, yes, it's very beautiful. And we are going to be here next week, probably a week from today, because there'll be more trees blooming. So there's only a few trees, actual cherry blossom trees blooming right now. Good to see you, Jacqueline. Welcome. That guy from Uruguay, you know him? He said you inherited $1 million. Oh, awesome, Deming. Awesome, Deming. Folks, don't go to people's places of work and live stream looking for people. Like, please. That makes us look bad. That makes us live streamers look bad. That makes us all look bad. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go to some hotel and be like, where's the guy from Uruguay? He's your coworker. He's from Uruguay. I cringed so hard last night. I cringed so hard. Let's see if we could go down the Cherry Esplanade. It was closed the last time we were here because of the snow. So let's see if we could go down that way. Did you see that, Dave? Still trying to figure out who it is, CB. CB. DM me on Instagram and I'll send you a link. Good to see you, Link. Welcome. I'm like 3 beers in to my evening, and then I'm watching that nonsense, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Looks like a train elevation. Could be a train elevation, yeah. Oh, look, Statue of Liberty. Whoa. Statue of Liberty. Look, there it is. There it is. Good morning, Ange. Or good afternoon. I still feel like it's morning, Ange. There it is. Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty. Behind the Brooklyn Museum. All right. Good to see you, Derek. So I checked the Brooklyn Botanical Garden map, and there's not too many trees actually blooming at the moment. There's like about 4 or 5 trees blooming. Good to see you there, Ann, from Tennessee. Hello, Tennessee. And good to see you, Sarah. So we're going to come back here in a week, and hopefully we'll see all these trees here blossom. So I'll be, I have live streamed already from Brighton Beach. I have already live streamed from Brighton Beach. So I have already done that, and we'll do it again probably in the future. She does look like a good person. Good to see you, Shayla. Welcome, Shayla. Welcome. And let me apologize, Shayla. I was watching replay. I was not very enthusiastic about your $5 super chat because I was kind of out of breath and passing a couple of people. So I'll say it again now. And Shayla with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Shayla, for the $5 yesterday. Wanted to give you a little bit more energy with that one. I was a little out of breath and passing somebody. I was like, I had a little too quiet for Shayla. So I've got to give Shayla the hookup. Good to see you there, Brooklyn Honcho. Welcome. Look at these. Oh, these guys down here are looking cool. Let's check these guys out. A lot of security here in the Botanical Garden because during cherry blossom season, people like to sometimes shake the trees. So good to see you, Mars. Oh. Narmer James, that is like such a weak joke. Scallion patches? What? Temperature, you'll see the temperature in the chat. There should be a phone where you could transfer cash onto your phone. Railfan, that already exists, man. That already exists. It's bloody hell. These comments already. Good to see you there, Robin. Haven't been to Prospect Park in the Botanical Garden since 1988. Yes, there is an entrance fee, but there are a limited amount of tickets for the community that they offer for free. So I got myself a community ticket yesterday. But the entrance fee is like $12. But again, there's a limited number of community tickets that are free. The time does not work, Sammy. Time will come up every 10 minutes. The time is really, when it comes up in the chat, it's really more for me to see how long my live stream is and what time it is. So be patient. Be patient. You will see the time in the chat. Yeah, it's the Botanical Garden. It's one of the nicest places. So we're gonna come back here in a week, and we're gonna, exactly, it is free if you have an NYC ID. Okay, Railfan. Okay, man. Okay. Railfan, do you live stream? Railfan, MTA Railfanner, do you live stream? I would like to see one of your live streams. Ooh, purple milkweed, people. Purple milkweed. Well, planning to in May. Okay. I love when people say that. I'm gonna live stream in May. Okay, sure. Okay. You got it, kid. You got it. Yeah, milkweed there, CB. Milkweed. I know, it does sound like something like a weird drink. Yes, it does. Good afternoon, Will. Yes, is milkweed great for butterflies? I know later on in around June, the butterflies start coming here in the park, especially here in the garden. I'm very high on fresh air. Yeah, exactly, Nipple. Folks, this is the adults table. Behave. I may act like a fool, but this is the adults table. Good to see you, Bernie. You're debating where? Oh, you know what, Ange? I am in a t-shirt already. It's already very hot. I'm only wearing this hat, and thank you, Max. I'm only wearing this hat because of the sun, and yeah, I think it might be a short stay, especially about an hour or two from now. I think 4 o'clock is going to be peak heat here in New York, so get outside. And tomorrow is going to be just great. You like my hat? Go to End of the Line NY on Instagram, and you could get this hat right here. Thanks, Max. Again, thanks for the hat, Max. And the bag, and the cool pin. Max is gonna help me make some merch that y'all are just gonna love. I know you guys had snow again yet today. What the hell's wrong with the weather up in Europe? I look like what? You look like the Dutch. I can't get the stupid song out of my head. I don't know what song you're thinking about. There we go, Rail Fanner. I was waiting for a dumb comment for you. The hat does suck, man. You don't need to watch anymore. Don't need to watch anymore. There you go. Don't need to watch. Good to see you, Mary. Good to see you, Maria. Welcome. There we go. I was waiting for a dumb comment from him. He got himself X'd out. And good to see you. Happy birthday, Miss Cecilia. Didn't see that. Happy birthday. Wow, 76 in Michigan. Tomorrow, 79. That's warm, man. Aww. Clearly, MTA Railfanner is never going to live stream. I got to assure you of that. Look at this tree here. So this is, I believe this is at maximum peak bloom. This tree right here. The Brooklyn Botanical Garden puts together a fantastic map of where all the cherry blossoms are blooming and what stage they're at. And this is certainly very pretty. Happy birthday, Miss Cecilia. It's very pretty. Wait until all these trees down here are going. That's why we're gonna have to come back here next week. We're gonna have to come back here in a week and see the progress of all this. So the next couple of days we're doing lots of park trips. The next couple of days we're gonna do a lot of park trips and enjoy the warm up here. I have a feeling we're gonna have a very hot summer. It's bloody freezing in Scotland. Get inside. Turn up the heat, Derek. Oh yeah, it's getting full there, CB. And don't you love those pink? Don't you love those park trips? You're gonna see it, Daryl. End of the line NY on Instagram. End of the line NY on Instagram. You could get one of these original hat designs. End of the line NY on Instagram. And you could get one of these hats from Max. Look at this. Don't you love this, Jacqueline? Me too. Yeah, old style coffee cup. Yep, the old style coffee cup. And it says, rise and grind. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang the left right here. And we're gonna go into the Japanese garden. And besides the cherry esplanade that I'm walking in right now, the Japanese garden is like the best area. So Bay Ridge is I'm about 5.5 miles to the south from here. We're in the city, Will. We're in the middle of Brooklyn. We are in the middle of Brooklyn. Prospect Park and the Botanical Garden are kind of literally in the middle of the borough. So I'm right next to the Brooklyn Museum. I just entered the Botanical Garden at Eastern Parkway. And when we go into Prospect Park, we're gonna have to cross the Flatbush Avenue. It's very peaceful here. That's why I'm gonna talk a little bit quiet, because there's other people meditating and enjoying the quiet sounds of the park. Good to see you, Katya. Yeah. No, we're not in Manhattan yet. We're not in Manhattan. We were in Manhattan yesterday, and the park was certainly jumping yesterday. In total yesterday, I got 38,000 steps. I did 38,000 steps. So we entered right here. We walked down here, we did a little zigzag, and now we're kind of going along here, and I just realized I need to turn back and enter the garden, the Japanese garden, back over there. So let's go back. Times Square, let's have pretty stuff, like people. Hello from Ireland, Sean. No, the Brooklyn Botanical Garden is not, oh, the walking, yes, the walking was massive yesterday. Am I buffering? Uh-oh. Let's see if everyone says I'm buffering. Yeah, 38,000 steps. 38,500 something steps. NYPD is coming for Dutch. No, Sammy. Yeah, a lot of crazy walking. Good on your end. Awesome. And Brooklyn Honcho with a 149 super chat. Brooklyn Honcho, thank you so much for the $1.50. And thank you so much for the super sticker. So what I like about, I know this sounds weird, there's one thing I actually do like about our virus times, which is here in the garden, in the Japanese garden, one way in and one way out. How you introduce your channel is all up to you. It's very nice out, very nice out. So all these guys are getting ready to come on out. Good to see you, Phyllis. Welcome. Oh, wow. Wow, look at these guys. Will the cherry blossoms be in bloom in September? No, they will not, Sean. This is a very ephemeral thing we're seeing. It doesn't last very long. Good to see you, Myrna. The cherry blossoms have maximum bloom for about 10 to 15 days. Yes, Japanese garden. Absolutely, Tom. Absolutely. It's not cold at all, Sammy. Look at that, guys. Look at that. How cool is that? This little pond here has koi in it, so we'll say hello to the koi fish. Good to see you, Trisha. Back in Brooklyn, Trisha. Back in Brooklyn. And look at how we caught this like in the right time. That little house we had all to ourselves a few months ago is now full of people. Sarge Tech with the $2 club. Thank you so much, Sarge Tech, for the $2. Postcard pretty indeed. All right, coy now. Don't be coy now. Good to see you there, Jonathan. Welcome. Wow, these trees just keep getting better and better as we get closer and closer to them. Look at this, guys. Beautiful canopy here. Beautiful canopy here. And I want to say that, yes, remember that some of the pathways here are one way. So you got to go one way around the paths. Yeah, a lot of these trees here were actually donated by the Japanese government. And Brooklyn Honcho bringing it up to $3 with another $1.49 super chat. Thank you so much, Brooklyn Honcho, for the 150. Thanks for sponsoring my subway ride up here, guys. Look at the colors on these guys. Colors on this are just fantastic. Let's get the shot that everyone loves with the Torii gate here. Let's go over here. And Gail Cohen with a $3 super chat. Thank you so much, Gail, for the $3. We had this whole place to ourselves in the winter. We had this whole place to ourselves. Gotta try to keep moving here. Let's see if we can see some of the koi fish here. Look at the koi fish, guys. Oh yeah, Edge, they're beautiful. Good to see you, Mark, out there in Toronto. Good to see you, Ronald. And Privyet, Privyet. Thank you so much for the 19 rubles there. I wish I could pronounce your name, but Privyet. Some of these koi I think are my age. Girl in the curl, good to see you. Now I'm going to come back here in a week and we should see a lot more trees blossoming. I'm kind of worried, especially for these trees that are blooming right now. I'm very worried about this weekend. We do have a lot of rain and wind coming this weekend, especially Friday night into Saturday. So that's why I want to be out here today, so I can catch this today. And then we'll come back here next week when the trees that haven't bloomed will hopefully be blooming. Beautiful color white here. And again, on the narrower pathways, always remember that it's a one way to walk around on the narrower pathways, especially here in the Japanese garden. Good to see you, Diana. It's beautiful, nice, warm walk. Good to see you, Dean. How cool is this, guys? Can you imagine we're in the middle of Brooklyn right now? We're in the middle of Brooklyn. This is the middle of Brooklyn. And Myrna Bergen with a 2 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much, Myrna, for the $2. Good to see you, Nana. Yeah, Myrna is a mod. Go get back to studying, Katya. It's a little early for some of these trees, but you're more than welcome, Myrna. Good to see you. Brooklyn Honcho with another $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Myrna. Yeah, can New York do a park or what, right? Between Central Park and Prospect Park. Kind of amazing. New phone is serving me well, Jonathan. Yes, it is. We're going to see Bambi over in Prospect Park. We'll see Bambi over in Prospect Park. Oh yeah, Girl in the Curl. Girl in the Curl, I usually give people a moderator status on like when I watch replays. So it could be, Tom, yeah. There you go, Robert. You got it. A little bit of a backup here. Oh, everyone's taking pictures of the turtles here. Ah, this is why everyone's congregating over here. Look at this, guys. Hard embittered New York City turtles. Don't try to pet them. Don't try to pick them up. They will snap your fingers off. Some of the tickets are free, Brooklyn Honcho. Every day they have a certain amount of community tickets for free. So, and there seems to be a lot of them, so order them online and you can come here. Nice place indeed, Joe. Yeah, Girl in the Curl. I've never gone up here. Let's go up here. I never usually go up here. I like how this path like totally meanders. Don't you love those turtles? Yeah, and they're very nasty, embittered New York City turtles. Don't pick them up. Just like the ones in Central Park. Don't pick them up. Oh yeah, look at this view right here. Got a little vista here. Turtles do have attitude. So you see this tree right here. This is just beginning to go. Look at that. It's spring. It's spring in New York. And Brooklyn Honcho with another $5 super chat. Brooklyn Honcho, thank you so much for all the super chats, man. This is a very zen place with turtles with attitude. Absolutely. Hey, it's very warm out here, Dale. It's 70 degrees, approaching 70 degrees. You will get the weather every 15 minutes in the chat. Exactly, Ronald. Sometimes a lot of great responsibility comes with it, you know? There you go. There's the weather conditions for literally a few blocks away from here. Tobias, welcome. The weather meter that the Nightbot is locked in on is like I think like 5 blocks away from here. Not far from here at all. Don't you love Nightbot? Me too. Dogs are allowed in Prospect Park, not here in the Botanical Garden. Buenos dias, Ignacio. Buenos dias. I just love these little vistas you get here. Will Fargus with a 149 super chat. Thank you so much for the super sticker there, Will. I feel like you're in a painting, right? I think that's the whole point of the Japanese garden, is to feel like you're in a painting, or at least far away from the city. I appreciate that, Will. Thank you. I don't speak Spanish. That's all the Spanish I know, Trisha. That's all the Spanish I know. It is pretty here. It is pretty. And we're gonna do a rather thorough loop of Prospect Park coming up in a little bit. Looked up some of the spots where they have cherry blossoms, so. Tommy, that's up to you. I didn't know this live stream was about you, Tommy. A few weeks back, your tree had a little signs of bud. Nice. You're more than welcome, Robert. Nice, Sarge. Yes, I hear music being played off in the distance. Let's see if we can hear where this music is coming from. I know, Ange, people weren't hugged when they were children. Where is that sound coming from? There's like somebody playing an instrument somewhere and I can't figure out where it is. Oh, somebody has like a somebody's playing a xylophone somewhere around here. Where is it? Where are they playing a xylophone? I want to hear it. Thanks, Nebul. Where is that sound coming from? I thought it was me too. Don't you love xylophone? Show it for me too. Is it inside the rose garden? About damn time, right? I feel like I'm in an amusement park right now. Oh, they have speakers. Oh shit, look at this. So there's speakers all along this fence here, and that fence denotes where the rose garden is. So they have it coming off of these speakers here. So today, Yash, we're in the Brooklyn Botanical Garden in Prospect Park. Mossy, good morning, good to see you. Was mesmerized by them, nice. Wow, this is gonna really enhance the cherry blossom experience next week. That's right, Deb. Yes, you can. You could picnic right here. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hey, look, there's our first butterfly. Got a little butterfly. Wow, that's like magical. Yeah, Sarge. Don't get me started. I don't own a car, and they're always telling me about my car insurance. Wow, this is like this is magical. Such a paradise in the middle of Brooklyn. No, they're not wind chimes. They're coming out of these speakers here. Let me show you the speakers. Yeah, pack a picnic for Boo Boo and Yogi. That's right. Let me show you the speakers over here. It is the best time of year to visit New Edge. Welcome. Hello there, Paul. From Northeast England, Newcastle upon Tyne. Welcome. It's funny, on the website they didn't mention that they were going to pump music from speakers here in the park. So let me show you the speakers here. You can see their R62. So you see, we have speakers all in the fence here. And they go down the whole length here of the fence. And let's wait until this thing comes back on. Let's stay right here until it comes right back on. Taco Tuesday, that's right. A cool xylophone music. Further enhancing our descent into Alice in Wonderland territory. So we're going to have to come back here next week because I want to see all of these trees blooming. Tomorrow in the morning, we're going to go out to Flushing Meadows Corona Park. And we're going to see the cherry blossoms out there tomorrow. And as a bonus, we'll go up into the Brooklyn Museum, into the Queens Museum, and we'll check out the panorama for an hour. So tomorrow, Queens, and the Queens Museum and Brooklyn Town Garden. But to start a little early, I'm hoping to be online at Flushing Meadows at 11 in the morning. So. You wonder if the music is more for the plants than people. It could be. I think the speakers did get scared as I approached them. I think they did. Yeah, I'm not going to go to Flushing for Chinese food. I'm just going to go there to see the cherry blossom trees in Flushing Meadows. I saw a couple of Instagrams and videos from there, and those trees look absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to check those out, and then go into the Queens Museum. But I got to be back home early tomorrow, so yep, going to the panorama tomorrow. I've come to the conclusion that since nobody else has live streamed it, I don't think people know where it is. I don't think people know where it is. I'm surprised. Well, Ariel streamed the panorama, I think, a couple of times, but he hasn't been there recently. But everyone else is like, where are all these other people? If I lived by the panorama, I would stream that thing almost every week. I totally scared off the speakers. The speakers have not reactivated. But that was kind of cool. Something to know. Something that's good to know when we come back here next week. That there's random xylophone music being played here in the Cherry Esplanade. I think it is music to stimulate the plants. Yeah, I think so. I think it's more for the plants and the trees. Absolutely. You got the right idea, Diana. Yeah, exactly. They'll stream from there, but they'll zoom in on Times Square. Oh, this fountain's still turned off. I like this fountain. Thank you so much, Girl in the Curl. I do have a great look for radio. See, she's riding the fish. She is riding the fish. Oh, I love this statue. I wish it was turned on right now. I love this little fountain. It's a fountain, really. It's a fountain that I think water comes out of the fish's mouth, if I'm not mistaken. But she's riding the fish. Good to see you, Kenya. Welcome. That happens, right? People riding fish. Very zen, yeah. Hopefully we'll see this turned on next time we come out here. All right, let's go that way. Let's really wander here. So this is called the Rose Arc. Those might be a few coins out there. I know people do tend to throw coins in there. Andrew Stone is tuning in from Princeton, New Jersey. Welcome, Andrew. Am I sure? Yes. I'm pretty sure water comes out of the fish's mouth. Hopefully next week it'll be turned on. Hopefully next week it will be turned on. Toast to the toes to the nose. You hear the radio announcer's voice on my Twitch radio show, exactly. So this park here is kind of amazing. We're right next to Flatbush Avenue. Literally just on the other side of this hill is Flatbush Avenue. And the park is designed in a way that hides the avenue. When they were acquiring the land for Prospect Park, they did have an idea to deck over the avenue, but that was deemed too expensive, especially in the 1860s. So they split up the park into two. Prospect Park is in a weird shape. It's in a weird kind of shape, but it is technically kind of in the middle of the Meadow of Brooklyn. Ooh, we got to go over there. We got to go to the observatory. We have to go to the observatory. Excuse me, to the observatory. See what's going on over there. It's very clean. It's very, very clean. The folks who take care of the garden here do a fantastic job. Really? No car inspection in Georgia until further notice. Wow. So here's a little stream that was going through the Japanese garden. It leaves the Japanese garden and comes right through here underneath the little bridge, and it continues on meandering through the rest of the garden. These trees here are just fantastic. Look at these trees, everyone. It's springtime. You'll be driving back to Brooklyn on Friday. Safe travels there at Brooklyn Hunch. I know it's a long drive from Georgia. I used to do that drive actually every year. I used to drive all the way down to Florida. So I know that drive. My most favorite part of that drive, though, and I don't know if you've been there, Brooklyn Honcho, but south of the border, what was it there? South South Carolina. Yeah, Paul. I'm going to come back here next week. So I want to see the change. So we're gonna come back here next week. Yes, crowds. Well, the crowds are all by where the trees are blooming. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Don't you love south of the border for all the wrong reasons, right? Fireworks, the Sombrero Tower. South Carolina is under major road construction. Ah, so is parts of Virginia. Yikes. That's rough driving. Look at how glorious this is, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. And welcome to Magnolia Plaza. Look at these guys. Isn't it pretty? Let's really take this in. Let's really take this in, everyone. You want to see? Here, I'll stop for screenshots here. Let's do screenshots. I'll frame everything up. Let me frame everything up here. Here we go. Screenshots. Tweet them at me. No, you're not allowed to pick some of the flowers. No, you're not allowed to pick the flowers. You're not allowed to pick the flowers. Right? Money shot. Right, Steven? Welcome. I'll frame shots and I'll just say screenshots. It's the, oh my God, girl in the curl. Wait, I'm gonna sneak a breath in right now. I'm gonna totally sneak a breath in right now because I'm kind of socially distanced away from people. Ah, smells really good. Ah, fresh air. While you're in the garden, you have to wear a face covering, so I will abide by the rules. But, so beautiful. Exactly, Ange. Exactly, Ange. If we were allowed to pick, there'll be nothing left on the trees and on the plants. Ooh, look at a little bird. Eee. Hello, CM. It is this is a very scenic walk today, guys. Yeah, very scenic walk. Yeah, it's wonderful. It smells really good. It smells really, really good, guys. Wow, these vistas here are fantastic. Wait, let me go a little bit further back here. And screenshots. Take a screenshot. There you go.
These are the star ones that Mummy was talking about. Purple star ones, the white star ones.
It's almost not real, right, guys? It's almost not real. So over here, I cannot live stream inside those. I lose the signal when I go inside of there. So I have attempted to live stream in that building about a year or so ago, about 2 years ago, to no avail. You suffer from hay fever, but you'll risk to be here. Awesome. Beautiful trees and deer, Nata. Welcome. Right, cotton candy trees. You're more than welcome for the stream, Kenya. The view really is breathtaking. Good to see you, Craig. Beautiful park indeed. Welcome to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. Right, waitress? If the wind picks up, we'll just stop and we'll experience it. But this is why we're gonna have to come out here again next week, because there'll be more trees blooming. And we want to have that kind of snow effect, you know, with the petals coming off the trees. Good to see you there. What is this? What it is? Fun username. Good to see you there, Nirvana fan. Yep, treating you guys to some amazing shots once again here at the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. And we're gonna cross the street after we're done rambling through the park here. We're gonna go into Prospect Park and look for some more blooming trees. glad you're enjoying this, Sarge. Let's turn around here because I know we got another vista. Yeah, look at this. Screenshots. You like the Brooklyn Botanical Garden and Prospect Park? Yeah, Nata. This is the season. This is the season to enjoy this. Doesn't that view make you feel a little giddy? Me too. But you know what it is? It's springtime, so spring is imminent. So it's ready for the fun seasons. There's a bit of perfume out here, Diana. There's a bit. So I think this loops us back to the Japanese garden. I'm pretty sure it does. You always said you had to go to Washington. No, Din. No, you don't have to go to Washington. We have cherry blossoms right here in Brooklyn and over in Central Park also. So no need to go down to Washington. But Washington does have a very impressive array of cherry blossom trees. Now look at how much more crowded. The Japanese garden is definitely the more popular garden here in the park. Very peaceful. Let's get one more shot of the Japanese garden, and then we're just going to turn around here, and we'll walk back through that patch of trees, and then we'll make our way to the southern end of the garden. They look too perfect to be real. Well, the team here, the team of horticulturists here at the garden, they do a great job at maintaining this, even during the winter. So we have looped back to the Japanese garden. Ooh. Are the kids going in the water? Oh my God, the kids are going into the water. They're messing with the koi. They're messing with the koi. They're real. Screenshots. Actually, let me zoom in. There you go. Screenshot. Folks, if you bring your children here, don't have them play with the koi. Don't have them play with the koi. A concession stand would be perfect here. Yes, it would. Okay, let me back out here. It's called a Tory gate. No, you cannot bike in this place. No. You could bike to this place. Yeah, you could bike here, but you can't bring your bike here. You could park. There's plenty of bike parking out in front of the garden. But you can bike inside Prospect Park. Yeah, no, they were like throwing sticks and trying to poke the fish. So, yeah, the koi do live under ice in the winter. Waitress, we were here after a snowstorm. So you could see that video. We saw the koi and we saw this place covered in snow. Yeah, leave your kids at home, people, please. Yeah. The kids have no filter on. No. It's the Japanese sign. They're real fish. Where are the geese when we need them, right? Where are the geese when we need them? All right, let's make our way to the southern end of the garden here. My mom always said I was a good kid. I was like the quiet one. I would just sit down. They could bring me to restaurants. I wouldn't cry. Oh my God, yeah. Snowstorm was awesome. I was the good baby. I was the good baby. This little corridor here. So great. Who knew, right? Who knew, right? Who knew? No, Adam, we're in Prospect Park, Adam. We're in Brooklyn Botanical Garden. Right, got spanked back in the day, exactly. Yeah, the pathways are very nicely taken care of. Thanks to the Prospect Park Conservancy, thanks to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden and all their horticulturists. They really do keep this park fantastic looking. Not as historic in the sense of that it's original to the garden. I want to say some of these buildings were built in the 1920s or 30s, but those are just other gardens, well, indoor gardens. So this is called Magnolia Plaza, and then we have the administration building. You see all the different types of trees here. It is a lovely park. Wait until we get into Prospect Park. So this is like a kind of a little teaser here, because this is the garden. And the garden here is very manicured, very tidy. It is pretty crowded for a Tuesday, Brooklyn Honcho. I was expecting a lot less people here. They do have a timed ticket system. And like I said, if you want to come here, you can come here for free. Just look up the community tickets, and they're free. Good to see you. Good to see you from the bowels of the Northern Line. Good to see you there, Wilbs. Catch me on the replay. No, it was always an office. It was always for the Botanical Garden. Good to see you, Combe. Doing great. I'm here. I'm here in this beautiful spot right now. It almost doesn't feel real. They have a lot of security here in the park today. I guess because the kids, the kids usually destroy the trees. Like they shake them, or they pick all the leaves, or as we just saw before, they mess with the koi. So I remember when the first time I ever came here, I was about 6 years old, 7 years old, and my godfather took me out here. And I remember walking around here. It was so formal. It was like I almost felt like I was inside of a building, or like inside of a church or something like that. Like that's what like the memories of that first trip out here made me feel like that. And then I came here later on in, what grade was I in? Was I in 6th grade or 7th grade? Kids just see good parenting, exactly, little whippersnappers. And I remember when I came here with school, we were all a bunch of brats, a bunch of loud brats, and all we cared about was the coloring book we were going to get for free. So here in the gardens, Diana, it's about 100 people focused on just the gardens, but the same horticulturists that manage the Botanical Garden also manage Prospect Park, and Prospect Park hires about 250 people. So altogether around 300, 325. There you go, Robin. Oh my God, this place was massive when I was a baby, yeah. Good to see you, Alex. Yeah, I have a godfather. Well, man, he passed away, but I have a godmother who's still alive. And yeah. You need a date to take over there, yeah. Yeah, me and my wife would come here, and we would hang out, you know. The wife is actually, she's at work right now. This is the perfect spot for wedding photos. Wait until you get back here next week. Good to see you, Joe. Oh, it's a great day for a walk. Yeah. You're a fairy godmother? Nice. I think all of this grass was inaccessible during the winter. Very romantic place. Back in the 60s, it was a kid. Exactly, you teach your kids to look and don't touch. That's what my godfather taught me when he took me out here. You can look but not touch. This is how you know it's not real. There's a drain. Oh, there's a electrical box down there. They really do earn their pay. Good to see you, Felix. Video nice and clear. Thank you so much. Stop counting. Luckily, I only have one nephew. My sister was smart and only had one kid. So this is the rock garden. I always avoid the rock garden because there's always children up there. So we never go into it's a rock garden too. It's kind of boring. Don't need to Fred. Welcome. Here comes the wind. Yeah. Nice. That's a beautiful thing, Sarge. And you hear the music just on the other side of that hill there. Here comes some maintenance, folks. Right there. It's kind of amazing how they hide Flatbush Avenue. We're right next to Flatbush Avenue now. You probably hear some of the cars. You have an urge to go play in the sprinklers. If it's hot, hey, brick and honcho. If it's hot, man, have at it. And not a koi tickler. No. Not a koi tickler. So the children's garden is right over there. And of course, since there's so many children here in the park, I'm gonna do my best job to avoid them. So here in the southern end of the garden, not too much going on as of yet. Another reason why we're gonna have to come back here next week. I'm gonna try to make it out here again next Tuesday. So we'll have our Botanical Garden Tuesdays. Yeah, the Nightbot just talks about nonsense. It's okay. It's the Nightbot. Nightbot likes to make a joke every 15 minutes. The Nightbot works for me. Oh, look at this. This is kind of cool. The brass line in the walk shows the boundary between the old city of Brooklyn and the township of Flatbush. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Cherry blossoms are poetic. Great, wonderful beauty. Yeah, they're only here for a couple of days, Richard. That's right. They last about 10, 15 days, and that's it. So that's why we're going to have to come back here next Tuesday. What's my IQ? I have no idea. I'm not dumb. I am dyslexic, though. I am dyslexic. Yesterday on the stream, somebody said they were in Southern Ontario, Canada, and I said Northern Ontario, Canada. I always catch myself doing that kind of stuff, especially when I watch the replay. Very transient, Diana. Very transient. All right. We are now getting ready to make our transition into the main meat and potatoes of the show. The gardens were just a mere appetizer to our walk today, because now we're going to go into Prospect Park and we're going to do one big loop around Prospect Park. I have a pretty decent job of retention, yes. I'm really good at memorizing stuff, but don't ask me to do any math. Yeah, I don't know, Brooklyn Honcho, I don't know. What's that guy do? It's a guy, and he's working on the plants. He was planting some plants there in the hill. Yeah, over here too. She's planting some stuff in here. Good to see you, Owen. Any sauce with meat and potatoes? Yes, we got some gravy. We got some gravy. Yes, the park was designed this way, Paul. Yes, it was. Oh, wow, look at these guys. These are cool. They're just screaming out these plants. All right, we're now going to transition into Prospect Park. So we say goodbye to the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. They have a movie night in Prospect Park, and sometimes here in the Botanical Garden there'll be music. Dr. Laura, Red Ranger, Chile, Buenvenidos, Chile. It is a lovely place. Well, now we're going to go into part 2. We're going to cross Flatbush Avenue now, and we're going to make our way into Prospect Park.
Oh, no, thank you. Yeah, I'm on at the garden.
Bye, garden. We'll be back here in a week. We're coming back next week. Hello, Mr. Reynoso. Buenvenidos. I remember Wavy Gravy. He was at the original Woodstock. Yes, only service dogs are allowed in the garden. Yes. And they do have a definition for service animals. You can't bring in like a pig or anything like that. They do have definitions, so I'll see you later, Botanical Garden. We'll be back next Tuesday. We're going to come back because there's going to be more cherry blossoms blooming. But now I got to cross this sketchy ass street here. Got 10 seconds on the clock. Wow, camera really helps when cars want to pass through a corner fast. Stick a camera in the car's face and they'll fucking stop. All right. Absolutely, Brooklyn Honcho, come on out, man. So dogs, we're gonna see dogs here in Prospect Park, Dr. Lorca. We're gonna see dogs here in Prospect Park. There's no dogs allowed in the garden. But now I am gonna get my workout on. I'm probably gonna do about 15,000 steps here in Prospect Park. So let's do it. Into Prospect Park we go. Prospect Park, designed by the two same landscape architects who designed Central Park, Frederick Lahr Olmsted, Calvert Vaux. By the time they come together to create this park, it's during the Civil War. And Frederick Lahr Olmsted, Calvert Vaux, not getting along very well. After Prospect Park is completed in 1867, they part ways forever. Good to see you, Blondie. Yep, exactly, Richard. You're more than welcome, Paul. We are still on the hunt for some beautiful blossoming trees like over there by the old carousel here. Yeah, in Prospect Park, you get to see lots of dogs in here. Oh, there's more, Paul. We got to go through Prospect Park now. Good to see you, Joe. Prospect Park, smaller than Central Park. Central Park is 843 acres large. Prospect Park is 585 acres large. But Prospect Park has more trees in it. Central Park has around 27,000 trees. Prospect Park has over 70,000 trees. I haven't seen any bees yet, waitress. I haven't seen any bees yet. Thank you, Nightbot. Yeah, more trees. And a lot of these trees actually predate the park. They predate the park in like 1850s. You know, they were placed here beforehand. So good to see you, Kate. Welcome. It is gorgeous out here, guys. It is gorgeous out here. I can't get over how warm it is right now. You know what, we should walk the, oh no, the Vale of Cashmere. I get bad service back there. There's this really cool area, but unfortunately I don't get a good cell phone signal back over there. Who counts all the trees? Well, Diana, when they were building the park, these are some of the statistics that they used. Some of the trees were brought in, but a lot of the trees were here already, so they count them all. And then the reason why we know an approximate number of them is because they moved a lot of these trees. Remember that Frederick Lahr Olmsted, he invents a tree moving machine, and he moves these trees around so that we have that effect of forced perspective and depth. Are the cherries edible? I don't know if the cherries are edible there, Tom. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we have too many edible things here in Prospect Park. But there is a guy in Central Park. He does do a tour in Central Park where he shows you all the plants you could eat. And I've been on that tour. He's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. He's a little weird. So now we're coming up to the east part of the drive. Prospect Park, when it first opens. Yeah, dandelions are supposedly edible if they're not sprayed with Roundup. I'm gonna take off my mask here because I gotta stay far away from people here. I want to breathe this in. It is peaceful, Richard. I want to breathe this in. Let's make our way down to the Boathouse. And actually, no. We got to go say hello to. Yeah, we got to go say hello to Lincoln, because I think there's some trees blooming over there. We'll start at Lincoln, and then we'll make our way up. We'll start making our way up, and then eventually we'll make our way all the way up to the Grand Army Arch, and then we'll make our way back down. I do have to go to Casino Park, yes. Yes, correct, waitress. I want to go to Casino Park sometime soon. For me, it's hard to get out there because I will have to take 2 trains to a bus Probably take me about 2 hours to get out there. And Blondie with a $5 super chat. You're more than welcome for another beautiful day showing you the scenery here in New York. You're more than welcome. Thank you so much for joining the $5 club. Yeah, that is a special trip. Now, when the Central Park first opens up, Central Park, a lot of the trees in Central Park were grown to a certain maturity in New Jersey before being brought over here. And also, over 1 million cartloads of topsoil to create Central Park were brought in from New Jersey. Here in Brooklyn, it's a little bit different. Here in Brooklyn, a lot of the landscape we see here is original. A lot of the landscape is original, so a lot of the natural glaze of the land, they worked with the land, they worked with the layout. But they did have to bring some trees in. There were trees here, but a lot of the trees that were here that predate the park, a lot of those trees were moved. It was quite a big deal to move a, 50, 60-year-old tree to make it look perfect. But that's what they did. But Prospect Park, the construction begins at Prospect Park. What, you with a bike? No, I don't have a bike with me, Zoe. Do not have a bike. That comment made me lose some brain cells. So Prospect Park, the construction of Prospect Park was hindered a little bit by the Civil War. But the park does open up just after the end of the Civil War in 1867. And somebody laughs at me. Flushing Meadows Park. Yes, Robin, that's how I get there. I know, Robin, I know how to ride the subway, Robin. So by the time the park is finished, or by the time Prospect Park is finished, Olmsted and Vaux are not getting along very well. And so they dissolve their relationship, their working relationship forever when they finish Prospect Park. You was at a birthday party at the Carousel 2 years ago. Awesome. Who invented the tree mover? In 1855, Frederick Law Olmsted invents the tree moving machine. The tree moving machine was so popular, London bought one, Paris bought one, Barcelona bought one. There was actually an entire issue of Popular Mechanics devoted to devoted to the tree moving machine. And I need 2 buses to get to Casino Park. I need a train and a bus to get to Casino Park. We were talking about Casino Park, not Flushing Meadows. Casino Park is further out past where the 7 train finishes and all that. So we were talking about Casino Park, Robin. You once saw an awesome free reggae concert. Yeah, there used to be reggae concerts here every summer. It was the Reggae Fest. And everyone would smoke weed. And one of my best memories was when my favorite band played here. Antibalas played here in Prospect Park, did a free concert, and there were so many people smoking weed that the lead singer was like, everyone has to calm down. Everyone has to calm down with the smoking. The police are getting upset over all the weed smoking. Because I don't know if you've ever been to an Antibalas show. Antibalas is like Fela Kuti. It's like 25-minute long songs. So yeah, you love that conversation. There's a guy. Right, don't you love Antibalas, Richard? Imagine seeing Antibalas here in Prospect Park. And it's just like, it was so Brooklyn. It was such a Brooklyn day. Like, people just smoking weed everywhere. People smoking weed around their children, which was just weird. Yes, you can actually walk through the Botanical Garden in Casena. Yes, it's a little hike. And actually, you know what I've never been to? I've never been to the Botanical Garden in Flushing Meadows. So I might go there tomorrow. I got to see how it is. I got to see what the protocol is over there. So we got a whole bunch of people here repairing the benches. So thank you, Dr. Playground and Parks Department. Lots of percussions, lots of horns. Oh yeah, no, just Kate. It's Fela Kuti. If you never heard of Fela Kuti, it's like Afrobeat that like puts you into a trance, and it's good music. It's like about getting high off life, yeah. But Fela Kuti, Brooklyn's own, and whenever I could get to see them, I always make sure to see them because they're my favorite band to see live. That's like Dutch in a nutshell. What does Dutch like to do, like with crowds and peoples? Like go to a Fela Kuti concert, go to an Antibalas concert. I have been to an Africa 70 concert. Some of the surviving members of the Africa 70 still perform. And that's Fela Kuti. His son sings in that band. One of Fela's sons sings in that band. And Fela had a lot of children. He's certainly got his genetic makeup all around the world. All right. Here is the one and only Abraham Lincoln. Let's say hello to Abraham Lincoln here. Certainly a very grand statue of Lincoln. Yeah, it was, Paul, it was a weird time when the construction of Prospect Park began. There were little rumblings of a civil war, but nothing broke out. When construction really commenced at around 1865, the war really breaks out at that point, and construction was almost practically, it was practically stopped for a good portion of time. So again, this is why Zaur, you have to pay attention because I literally said who that was. So that is Lincoln. That is Abraham Lincoln. Right there. That's Abraham Lincoln. Good to see you, Norm, out there in Bangor, Pennsylvania. Now look at all the turtles. Honest Abe. Look at all those turtles. All the turtles are sunning. Thanks for taking your Vitajex, Norman. This live stream brought to you by the Vitajex pill. The Vitajex, what you doing to me pill. Yeah. And actually, this little island is called Music Island because when the park first opens up, you have a band set up right there. They play on that little island, and then the music wafts over to the ice skating rink. And this park was designed with public performance in mind. So we're going to backtrack a little bit because now we're going to walk through an arch. And we're going to go see one of the oldest trees here in Prospect Park. We're going to go see the Clampertown elm. And we're going to go see the scene up by the boathouse. Those turtles do have front row seats. Yes, they do. So here, you really see the natural glaze of the land right here. Beethoven. And I want to say this is, let's see, is this Mozart over here? Don't you love it, this park? Me too. I can work at the Price is Right, absolutely. Yep, here's Mozart. I am a tour guide, Richard, so I use my hands a lot of the time. Good to see you, Neil. Not too far from here, yeah. Thank you so much, Alex. That's the whole point behind these tours. So hopefully help you navigate around here when you're visiting here on your own. So right now we're going to go through the arch. lots of smoke being being partaken over there. A little bit of Amsterdam I just walked through. Oh, there you go, Paul. Yeah, sometimes I get my dates messed up too. Is the Bailey Fountain working at Grand Army Plaza? Well, Sarge, we're going to make our way up to Grand Army Plaza, so I will check out the fountain for you. We will check out the fountain. I want to walk through the newly restored Ettendale Arch. So we're going to walk through a beautiful wooden arch when we get up there. Speaking of ganja, dude, the turtles. Yes, no, Diana, no, Diana. As we walk through the Cleefed Ridge Arch. Yeah, no more hiding when blazing. Nope, not anymore. All right. We are now by the Boathouse. You're right, CB? Here's the Boathouse. And of course, here is our it's not blooming just yet, the Clampertown elm tree. Here's the Clampertown elm. This is from the late 1830s, when a mutant Scots elm branch was discovered growing along the ground at the Clampertown House in Dundee, Scotland. And then this Clampertown elm was planted here in 1872. That's a pretty amazing story to it. This is Twilight. What are you, stupid? I can guarantee you he's not streaming right now. It's a very old tree. Smooth Sanchez throws an egg and then runs away. Ooh, that's so cool. Being a coward, a vandal coward, is so cool. Alex Monette with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Alex, for the $5. And thanks for joining the $5 club. Smooth Sanchez is all about that small dick energy, if you catch my drift. But he's the king in his head. He's the king. He's the IRL king. I get it. Antagonizing people in the street, causing crimes, getting arrested. Yeah, that makes you the king. Sure. IP2. You could be cool like that guy in Vegas who got stabbed on live stream. So don't bring that nonsense here. This is Twilight. Don't bring that nonsense here. You know, fun fact, this is Twilight. You can make fantastic content without antagonizing people around you and getting arrested. Fun fact. But if that excites you, watch it all you want. Designed by McKim, Mead, and White. Here is the Boathouse. We were actually just by the Lefferts house, Sarge, but we were just by there, but there was a lot of children around there, so I wanted to steer clear of the brats. Good to see you there, Peter, and good to see you, Rainier. As we look down the southern end of the ravine here, and the lull water making its way out towards the lake. You can actually see a bit of the terminal moraine of Brooklyn from this direction right here. See how the land goes up over there. It's a beautiful thing. All right, let's get into the interior of the park. We're gonna make our way over. We're gonna make our way. Yeah, we didn't go near it, Sarge. I didn't go near the house. No, this is not natural. This is man-made. All this water feature here is man-made. So it's like nature, stage managed. So here's where I go picnicking. I'll show you my picnic spot. This is where me and my wife come picnicking. And you can see how clear there's no grass here because a lot of people picnic here, not just myself. But you can picnic right here. And whenever this is free, I set up right about here. This is where I picnic. Very romantic. That's why she married me. So usually, as you can see, we have a canopy of trees here. So when these trees really grow in, this whole area here is in shade. And then we have the little waterfall right over there. But this is where I go and picnic, right here. I'm telling you, Frederick Lahr Olmsted, Calvert Vaux, the Hall and Oates of landscape architecture. Again, a lot of the concepts behind forced perspective were all pioneered right here in Prospect and Central Parks. And also everything they couldn't do in Central Park, they did here in Prospect Park. It's a little muddy, Diana. It does get a little muddy. But right now, it's all dried out right now. So here's where we used to have the reggae concerts. Welcome to the Nether Mead, the centralmost spot here in Prospect Park. A gorgeous, wonderfully engineered lawn. This whole thing, it's kind of amazing. This whole landscape you see here is all engineered. So this here has an amazing history. So Prospect Park, besides being a major area during the Revolutionary War, during the Battle of Long Island in August 1776, this is where the war plays out, right here where I'm walking. And for a lot of Prospect Park's history, people wanted to come here simply to see the sites of where these great battles were fought. But right here where I'm standing at the Nether Mead, this was like the focal point. Good to see you there, 1400. I'm in the middle of God's country right now. In Prospect Park, in the middle of Prospect Park. But as you see, do you notice how, as we look in this direction, everything is uphill, very slightly. Everything's uphill, not too many trees. And then as we make our way down, here at the bottom, we have a little pagoda down over there. That is the music pagoda. If you can imagine, they would have some bands, some brass bands will play there. The rich people, the more affluent people, they'll be sitting and having picnics right here on tables. They'll be under the shade of all these trees. And then the regular folk would sit out here. What you're seeing here in the Nether Mead is an entire amphitheater. This is designed as an amphitheater. It's designed to magnify the sound that is coming from here and making its way out across the Nether Mead. The Nether Mead is referencing German. It's a German word for, I believe, field. But don't quote me on that. But it is derived from German because right over there, there's another water feature. When the water comes down the ravine, it comes into the little pools over here, and this is called the Binnenwater. The Binnenwater. But again, the names of this stuff really have no historical context. Yeah, natural like horn, exactly. Like a natural horn. Amplification. Now, usually when they set up the reggae concert, they will set up the stage, like literally right here. And it serves the same purpose. I like to imagine a little brass band up there playing some John Philip Sousa, playing John Philip Sousa's newest jam. You have problems with Dutch elm trees? Yes, we do. We have a lot of problems with Dutch elm disease here in the United States also. Oh, there we go. Lower, Nether, lower, Mead, short. So the short meadow. You know what, 1400? I think you're right on that. I think you are correct. Because I know it's a German. I know it's derived from German. That's pretty much all I know about it. There you go. Nether Mead, Prospect Park, Central Meadow takes two English words, reading remote and meadow. Remote and meadow. Well, we are in the center of the park, so it is kind of remote. We'll get the meaning of it eventually. Here's the Binnenwater. Hello from Denver, Israel Rosenfield. Welcome. Ah, Nether is lower in Dutch. Interesting. Okay, now let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start making our way up towards the Grand Army Plaza now. But we're going to take the extreme long way. We're going to walk through the ravine. Ah, Netherlands equals low country. Ah, really? I forgot about that, 1400. I forgot about that. My Nether Mead sounds Dutch. I thought it was German, but again, the wording of the place I'm never 100% well versed in. I can't remember everything. I can't remember everything. All right, time for me to get some exercise. We're taking the extreme scenic route. It's an unbelievably beautiful day, 1400. Unbelievably beautiful day. So we're now going to walk underneath the Nether Mead arch. Oh, Dutch is German. Ah, okay. So this is the center drive we're about to walk underneath. And you can hear the water right down over here. And let's really explore this here, guys. You're more than welcome, CM. That's the whole point of me doing these live streams, is to give you a little different perspective of New York City, and to remind everyone that there's a lot more to see of New York City than just Times Square. So now I'm going to wait for that first gate, and it's opened up. And I'm going to really get some exercise. Oh yeah, it'll be even more quiet. It'll be even more quiet. Yeah, a lot of that, you know what, Neil? A lot of that graffiti is actually chalk. I think there's a lot of children doing that. A lot of that was chalk. So, I know they're going to clean that graffiti in probably a week or two. They're really good at that here in the park. You know, obviously in the wintertime, they focus more on look at that big down tree right there. Like they focus on stuff like that here in the park. They focus on the trees and the plants because wintertime is when we could lose them the most. And then as it warms up, they then clear up stuff like graffiti, and if there's a garbage pile. Nobody could live in this park. It's very tough to try to sleep overnight here in the park. But in the 90s, I did sleep in the middle of the Nether Mead. and somehow nobody bothered me. Yeah, there were no gang signs in that graffiti. Yes, a lot of tourists forget there's 5 boroughs. That is for sure. Some of my best TripAdvisor reviews is because I told people to come out here to Prospect Park or to the Botanical Garden. They'll say stuff like, we went on his Brooklyn Bridge bicycle tour, and he told us to go to Brooklyn, and we went to Brooklyn and had the best day. Ooh, look at that. I could smell this tree. I could smell it. Wow. I could smell that tree. Ah, it's all good. It's all good. Oh no. Had some physical therapy appointment for your lower back pain. Well, Susie, I hope your lower back is feeling well. But we're still wandering the park here. We're still going through Prospect Park here. I do always keep it real. Yes, I do. I have to. I have no choice. So I know when we get to the end of this pathway here, the signal may get a little weird, so please bear with the cell signal here as we come around this way over here. Absolutely, Frank. Cannot agree more. Yes. New York has a lot of cherry blossoms, Sarah. So if you know where to catch them, you'll see them. So here's our favorite little waterfall here. All right, I'm going to walk a little bit faster because this is where our cell phone signal tends to mess up, right about here. DC has beautiful cherry blossoms. DC has beautiful cherry blossoms. I feel you, Susie. The walking feels good, Susie. Yesterday, Susie, I walked like 38,000 steps or 37,000 steps. So
Because BCS is full of fish.
walk for a good distance yesterday. Listen to that waterfall, right? Yeah, someone just chilling out, Frank. That's what you do here in Prospect Park. Find yourself a little quiet spot and chill out. All right, pretty, right? Wait until we come out onto the long meadow. No, Deming. Prospect Park is small. Prospect Park's like the 7th or 8th largest park in the city. The largest park in New York City is Pelham Bay Park, followed by Van Cortlandt Park, then Flushing Meadow, and then the Staten Island Greenbelt, Flushing Meadows, Corona Park, and then Central Park. But here is the Long Meadow. Nice. That's awesome. Taking a trip down to DC to see the cherry blossoms. At Pelham Bay Park, the largest park in the city. So welcome to the Long Meadow. This is something that Olmsted and Vaux wanted to do in Central Park, but did not have the space. Oh, I appreciate that, Paul. I'm glad you're enjoying the little facts. So right up there, it's hey boo boo, there's the picnic house. Boo boo, hey boo boo, there's the picnic house. Let's walk straight up the Long Meadow. Let's really take this in on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Let's walk straight up the Long Meadow. The Long Meadow, 4 times the size of the Great Lawn in Central Park. I love Prospect Park better than Central Park, Frank. It's a little bit more rustic. I do not remember the Van Cortlandt Track Club. No, I do not. I think that's before my time. And a different borough, too, so I'm not well versed with the Bronx. Man, wind's getting naughty again, yeah? Actually, let me stick the microphone down my... Let me stick the microphone down my shirt. Apparently you're not taking good notes after all these streams. No need to take notes. No need to take notes. No need to take notes. It's smarter than the average bear. Hey, boo-boo. That plane is making its way to LaGuardia Airport. I think it's doing the runway 31 approach, where right before it gets to the airport, it makes a slight right-hand turn to line up with the Grand Central Parkway, then makes a wide sweeping left-hand turn around the Unisphere to land. You like watching this better than Streets and Buildings. You got it, Gary. I mean the Bronx. That's right, the Bronx. Jonas Bronx. I always say, Gary, you know, you got to change it up, you know? You got to change it up. While it's fun to show the city, the hustle and the bustle, we also need to relax sometimes and take a little stroll through the park. Oh yeah, Mark. Brooklyn has a lot of little nooks and crannies and great little parks. I want to go to Shirley Chisholm Park and go see Danielle's mural out there. So I want to go exploring around that big park, and we'll be flying again when the weather is bad, Diana. Yep, keeping it fresh. When the weather is bad, Diana, that's when we usually do flight simming or truck simming or some kind of simming. I know, Myrna. I got a little drunk to that game last night, Myrna. Watching the Mets after I came home from Coney Island. But hey, you know, I like to lose. Oh, wow, you're supposed to fly to New York on Friday and got canceled. I'm so sorry to hear that, Kate. Hello there, Victor. See, these lawns here get a lot of use. I mean, this is basically Brooklyn's backyard. This is Park Slope, Park Sides, Prospect Lefferts Gardens. You know, this is the backyard. Oh, New York won against New York. Okay. I know you're in lockdown again, Mark. Toronto's in lockdown again. Paris is in lockdown again. Most of the UK is in lockdown again. So here in New York, it almost feels like everything is opening up. Where's the playground? There's playgrounds off to the side. There's playgrounds off to the side here. I think there's a playground just over there on the other side of that hill. But again, we're not going to see playgrounds because we don't want to be the creepy guy putting the camera in children's faces. Yeah, we got our vaccines rocking. I am scheduled to get my vaccine on the 20th of May. I'm trying to get an earlier appointment, but it's incredibly hard to get an appointment, so I'm going to hold my appointment for the 20th of May. I get to go to the Javits Center, so I will be going to the Javits Center to get my vaccine. I will not be allowed to live stream myself get the vaccine because of security purposes, because I actually inquired about that. I'm not nervous at all. I'm very excited. But what I will do is after I get my vaccine, I will immediately go live and we'll probably walk down the Highline Park and I will tell you guys how I'm feeling as we walk down the Highline Park. I'm getting the Pfizer shot too, Redstone Soldier. Welcome. Everyone follow Redstone Soldier. He is a great live streamer in Center Moriches, Long Island. He takes some beautiful, beautiful views of sunrises out there in Center Moriches. So the formal gardens would be over at the Botanical Garden. Got your second shot on the 14th. Nice. Yeah, I want to do a before and after. I'm going to do a live before and after. My arm is going to be sore. The Javits Center, yes. They actually call it like the Jacks right now, J-A-X. So it's like Javits with, yeah, anyway. Yes, exactly, 1400. Get your vax soon. That's cool, waitress. I'm waitress. I don't want to like. I'm gonna do it on my own. I'm gonna take care of my vaccine on my own. So I have an appointment now, and I'm just gonna hold on to it. I'll, you know, as long as I take precautions and everything, and everything will be fine. I'm gonna be patient with it. You know, I'm actually expecting my my pharmacy to call me because they might actually just tell me, come down tomorrow, get yourself a vaccine. So in Europe, yeah, I know, Kate. getting vaccinated on Thursday. Awesome, Phyllis. And for people watching this on a replay, I'm not virtue signaling. I have been accused of that as of late. Virtue signaling by wearing a mask on live stream, virtue signaling by talking about vaccines. I could care less if you don't like me saying what I'm saying. I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to entertain the people who get the conversation, and like entertaining myself. Good to see you, Lafayette McKinney. Welcome. Nice. Virtue signaling is like I'm better than you by doing XYZ or by talking about XYZ. So a lot of people talk about conspiracy theories about it and all that stuff, and you know, since I'm a tour guide, I like to read up on everything. And I know, waitress, but they don't see it as that, waitress. They see it as propaganda. I am still waiting. Like two comments basically saying the same thing. I'm basically advocating for safety or promoting safety. They think I'm getting paid by George Soros or whatever. I'm still waiting for my check. I'm still waiting. Guilty consciences. Maybe, D'Oriel, welcome. Maybe guilty consciences. Look at everyone's out. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, wow, what are they doing up there? What is that? So I'm going to zoom in on an old, this used to be a old folks home. I know they're converting it into apartments, but I don't know what's on the rooftop of the building. What is that? Is that a whole bunch of air conditioning units? That's crazy. That's a cell phone receiver up there. That's insane to put all that up in that historically old building. That's so weird. We'll get a closer look of that when we get into the plaza. I know, it's like a power plant. And it's like a historic building. It's like an old apartment building from like the 30s. So the architecture on it is really nice, but like whatever they're sticking up there on the roof, it's like, what the hell are they doing up there? Right? It's like there's a cell phone tower up there, and then there's a whole bunch of air conditioning units. It looks horrible. It looks so bad. And it's like adding like three floors to the building. It ain't right. No, it ain't right. Let's head on into the plaza and take a, people do have no cell. Let's go into the plaza and we'll take a closer look at it. It could be, Neil. It could be. That is a very distinct possibility. Wow, this tree here looks fantastic. I know, ruining that poor building. Look at this tree, guys. Wow. Look at this. This is fantastic. Look at that, guys. Wow. They're getting ready to make their debut. They're getting ready. I've been walking for 2 hours, Mark. I do smell the air, and it smells delicious. And look at that tree up there too. All these three guys. Look at this. Like three different. They have 3 different blooms going. 3 different blooms going right here. That I do not know, Susan. It might be tulip. A tulip popular. This is where I get my exercise, going up this hill here. Yeah, Redstone Soldier. I want to get out there and check out the cherry blossoms on Roosevelt Island. I definitely want to check that out. All right. Let's go through the newly restored Ettendale Arch. And we're going to make our way into Grand Army Plaza. Fire truck is up there in the main drive. I work for 2 different companies, Mark. Unfortunately, due to people who like to dox me, I am not at liberty to tell you the companies I work for, the names of the companies that I work for. My camera is very sharp. There's an iPhone 12 Pro on the Verizon network. We should be broadcasting through 5G, so we should have a quality cell signal. And also I know how to point the camera and hold a shot. This is beautiful, girl in the curl. Good to see you, Melly Pell. Welcome. Yeah, the wide angle camera on this phone is a little crazy. I'm amazed by how much I can get in. I'm amazed how when I watch this on so I've had the 12 now. I've had an iPhone 12 Pro, not the 12 Pro Max. That's the 12 Pro. I've had this now for about 2 months, and I'm very happy with it. I'm very, very happy with it. Between the battery life on it and the RAM that's on the phone. She was not having a good conversation. That woman who just passed us, she was like fighting. She was having a bit of a row there. It is an expensive phone, Victor, but hey, you gotta live life, right? Sometimes you can't go cheap on things, and I want to present you guys, the audience, with proper things. I know she was having a bit of a row. All right, let's see if the fountain is turned on. Yes, I do, Mark. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But I carry bear mace on me. Bear mace is much different than regular mace. The mace I'm carrying, to be completely honest, it is illegal to have here in New York City. But just a little spritz. If I just in your direction, you will be taken out, because it is meant for bears. And shout out to my tour guide, my fellow tour guide in Montana who does hunting tours. He sent it to me. He's the one who sent me the bear mace. You would have been jumping on and off. Which phone? Oh, which phone did I purchase? The iPhone 12 Pro. iPhone 12 Pro. Look at this beautiful building here. And then look at all the garbage on the roof. What is up with this building? Beautiful old building. And these are cell phone towers over here. Those are cell phone towers to the right. And then we got we have an imitation Flatiron building. I used to know a girl who lived in there named Deborah. Hey, Deborah. She lived on the 13th floor, but it wasn't the 13th floor. They have a hand-operated elevator in that building, which is amazing. Hand-operated elevator in that building. All right, talk about construction, right? Brooklyn is always under construction. When construction in Brooklyn finishes, it's probably the end of civilization. I don't know if we have the light here, so let's just do it since the children are crossing. Get right up on the cars here, make sure they don't move. Well, that's a delayed walk light right there. Maybe they'll cover it with a mural, who knows? Yeah, maybe they'll move the air conditioners once the building is done being reconstructed there. The building is everything open now with coronavirus? Not everything is not open 100%. It's called possession of noxious material. Yes. Neil, you got it, man. I have 2 friends that are cops, and they said, well, if I used it in a self-defense method, like they wouldn't bat an eye. So, yeah, don't you just love the cars in this dangerous ass intersection? And Susan Ingalls with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Susan, for the $5. Thanks for joining the $5 club. You're more than good luck to you too, Shayla. Thank you so much for hanging on out. So, the fountain is not turned on. Our fountain not turned on. Your daughter's name is Deborah. Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying this there. Is that there Toby or Tobiscus? Is that correct? Tobiscus? Like Toby, but with biscuit? Welcome. We wanted a French traffic circle, Neil. We wanted yeah, the fountain's not turned on, but the fountain certainly looks cool. And let me show you the brand new, shining Brooklyn skyline. It's a brand new skyline, something like that. Awesome. I try to pronounce everyone's names as best as I can. So welcome, Toby. I'm just going to call you Toby. Welcome, Toby. Welcome on into the show. So look at all the mythological creatures here. Look at this. There is a lot going on in this fountain here. Hello, photos from around New York. Welcome. And Mohammed, welcome. Out there in Jakarta, welcome. Yep, Neptune with his trident. Kind of amazing. Or Poseidon. There's a lot going on here, and it looks a lot better when the water is running. But now we will turn, and I will show you the brand new Brooklyn skyline. Now, for all you old school Brooklyn people, this may be the first time seeing this. If you haven't been here in the last 10 years, this freaks me out every time. Yeah, it has been painted. Yes, it's copper. The fountain is copper, so they painted the color that it oxidizes at. So I don't know who built it. I do not know who designed it. I don't know really much anything about that. But if we look off in this direction here is your brand spanking new Brooklyn skyline. All the buildings right down there were all built in the last 5 years. Let's zoom in on it. So this whole vista is filled up with brand new buildings. The brand new downtown. I know, look at all those new buildings, Sarge. Sarge, we have a whole new skyline over here. All you old school Brooklyn people, you've probably never seen this before. Fantastic way to spend lunch, yeah. But that one's new, these are all new. All those tall buildings down there, those are all within about 3-5 years old. And they're still good, and you see one under construction, they're still building more of them. So let's say hello. All right? And exactly, the cost of living is shorter and the buildings go higher. Couldn't have said it better myself, Brooklyn Honcho. Could not have said it better myself, my friend. Let's go say hello to John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. Ask not what you could do for your country. Well, what your country can do for you, ask what you could do for your country. I said that dyslexically. Yes, the Williamsburg Savings Bank building was the tallest building in Brooklyn for like 40, 50 years. And now there's a whole bunch of new buildings going up a lot taller than the Williamsburg Savings Bank building. Actually, we see the back end. This is my first time seeing this. I'm seeing the back end over here. This is looking down Vanderbilt Avenue. So this is Flatbush Avenue. This is Vanderbilt Avenue. And we could see when we look down Vanderbilt Avenue, we could see the back end of Atlantic Yards. The development that helps us build the Barclays Center. So those new buildings right there under construction, that's the back end of Atlantic Yards. Right down there. And then we could see, actually when we turn the camera, we could see number 1 World Trade Center. There's number 1 World Trade Center right there. How cool is that? Yeah, the car agrees. The car agrees. Let's get back into Prospect Park. All these cars here are making my blood pressure go up. Just as a matter of interest, Neptune is the Tyne god, your main river on Tyneside, UK, of the Britain Romans when they ruled Britain. Wow, did not know that, Paul. That's a nice little factoid there. Let's get back into the park. All these cars are giving me agita. Yeah, too much car exhaust, Brooklyn Honcho. Have to agree. All these cars here are giving me agita. I don't want agita. I don't want agita right now. But when we come back here next week, hopefully the fountain will be turned on. Just such a cool looking fountain, though. Yep, the Champs-Élysées of Brooklyn. You know, Mark, my voice is in a database for narration. I did do. You're more than welcome, Brooklyn Honcho. So this is Grand Army Arch, and this is an arch commemorating the Civil War. But my voice is in the data bank, and I did try out for a commercial, but part of the commercial was to read a disclaimer, and I had to read, I think it was like 90 words in like 15 seconds, and I had to say the words clearly, and I failed on that. Good to see you, Kevin. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. But I have a couple of my voices. I do want to go for voiceover work. If anyone would hire me. Because I could just turn on my radio voice, and as we make our way through the Grand Army Plaza here in Brooklyn, the neighborhoods of this is Park Slope in this direction here, and off in this direction here is not Washington Heights. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. Well, Eastern Parkway is right up over there. Good to see you, Emily. Looks like the Marble Arch. Good to see you, Mario. Sorry about that, Mario. Yeah, my schedule got a little crazy. Yeah, it would be great in animated voices, yeah. All the chemicals in the air do make me luminous in the dark. Yes, they do. Thank you, 1400. Crown Heights off in this direction here. Crown Heights off in that direction. Thank you, 1400. My brain just completely crapped. There's a plaque under the arch that shows Lincoln on a horse. Oh yeah, right here. Let's show it. Let's see Lincoln on a horse. He's right over here. Where do you get a carpenter bees? We're at the garden. We're there. Wait, where do a lot of carpenter bees? When was at the Botanical Garden? I didn't see any bees at the Botanical Garden. Maybe maybe next week when we come back. But here's General Lincoln here, or Lincoln on a horse. There he is. There is President Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Honest Abe on a horse. Honest Abe on a horse right there. All right, so let's get back into the park because all this traffic is giving me agita. There were birds. There were birds. Too windy to fly, maybe. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna cross over again. Abe had been a trained soldier, right? Ah, the lovely traffic interchange here of Grand Army Plaza. A lot of history in Brooklyn. Your gate is a Swiss cheese over here in Union City. Nice. Show the Ingersoll Army. So which side is that? Is that this side or this side? Let's look at both of them. So the flat building I do not know the name of. I did not know the name of that building over there. But let's see the so all these things I'm about to show you, these are made of brass or bronze, and these are all placed here after the arch was here. So this arch did not have these guys on it and those guys up on the top there. You got it, William. So look at the detail on this, guys. Look at the detail on that. How cool is that? There's so much going on with these. So much going on. Now let's get to the other side. Let's get to the other side here. Oh, you meant the library building. All right, Sarge, you got it. We'll just show these really quick, and then I'll go over to the I'll go over to the library. Yep. Soldiers and Sailors Monument. The defenders of the Union in the 1860s. Civil War. Look at that. Look at those guys. They're like ready to go. Then, of course, topping it out, see, the defenders of the Union, 1861 to 1865. Now let's get over to the library here. Right, imagine those bloody damages in the war, yeah. Let's check out the library here. I had an audience behind me just now. I had a whole studio audience. Is there another way to cross? Well, I mean, we're going to cross here just for dramatic effect. We're only going to cross here for dramatic effect right now. Okay, let's cross over here. We'll get up right onto the library here. All the time, Mario, all the time. It is a live streaming tradition to be stared at. Yes, they are restoring the arch. Yes, they are. They have restored the arch. They always put protective netting around those brass statues on the arch because little birds tried to go in there and live in there. So yeah, I got a new building across the street from the library. And let's see if I could quickly make this. Damn, that light was fast. So here is the Brooklyn Public Library. The glass building used to be a synagogue. Really? Wow. It is hard to be bored in New York. I do not know what those pillows with wings are. A library and the Ingersoll Memorial to commemorate the distinguished public service of Raymond Vale Ingersoll. I just read that. I just read that. Looks like a bomb shelter. No, no, no. This is a library. It is beautiful. As always, I am very lucky to live here. I do cherish the fact that I lived here. And when I moved away from New York for 9 months, I definitely felt it, and it reinforced my love for the city. Yeah, I know, me too, Sarge. When I was going to college, I practically lived in that building too, because I couldn't afford the books. So I was like a cheapo. Like I couldn't afford the books, so I would come here to the library and read all the books I needed to read. And I was staying here for days on end. For days on end, I would stay in there. So this woman here just lunged her car at me. Gotta leave the camera on her to piss her off now. Don't drive here from New Jersey and lunge vehicles at people, because that's not cool. Exactly, from up above, it looks like an open book. That's right, Neil. What's the public library for? The public library is for me and you, Emily. The public library is for all of us who need to read books. You have ADHD, so you can only focus on your channel, Dutch. Other vloggers get me bored with them streaming the same stuff over and over again. you know, you can only do Times Square so many times before you get bored. So, I'm surprised more people don't tell these the Times Square streamers that you're in Times Square again. Like, I'm surprised nobody complains. Because I get people complaining to me all the time. People send me messages all the time that their complaints about various stuff, and I'm like, really? Hopefully I got her on the copyright. Absolutely, Debbie. You still got your library card. Awesome.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Times Square is a bit boring. Time and Tarragon. Great username. I love that username. I love you guys with the really the people who have the awesome usernames. I always appreciate fun usernames. Exactly, Bluesy. I appreciate that. No, I didn't almost get hit. Guy just talks at me. You almost got hit. No, I didn't. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I stopped with plenty of time. Yeah, that's right. Thank you so much, Shayla. Kevin Littleton and Turn Me On. Look at these beautiful trees. I feel like I'm in the running lane. Let's walk right up the middle. Let's walk right up the middle here. Interesting place, yeah. Yeah, Mario. Lived in New York 35 years. Times Square was the least of your favorite places. Yeah. A lot of us New Yorkers avoid it like the plague. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way down the west side of the park. Kind of like what we did in Central Park yesterday. We're going to make our way down the west side of the park down to the southern end here. So we went up on the east side. Now we're going to go south along the west side. And I definitely am happy I put on suntan lotion today, because I'm definitely feeling that sun right now. I put a little bit of suntan lotion on my arms today. Yeah, no, libraries are amazing. I was being a real cheap bastard when I went to Brooklyn College, so I would just go there and read all the books that I needed to read. Jack the Ripper may be hidden. Maybe, Dr. Lorca. Maybe. Look at these beautifully blossoming trees over here. Times Square is a tourist trap.
Worst case scenario was just meet where we met last time. Yeah. Right at that little train.
The fact that Jack Ripper actually existed is very creepy. Yes, it is. I'll see you later, Kate. Thank you so much for hanging on out. Yes, Neil, that is very true. Yeah, walking here, I have to agree. I mean, eventually one of the Times Square live streamers, I hope nothing bad happens to them, but you know. Did I ever borrow any records from Ingersoll, like rock albums or anything like that? To be honest, Sarge, yes. I used to borrow DVDs from there all the time. I used to borrow DVDs. You can walk this path at night, it's not too bad. It is lit. Did they ever catch old Jack? I don't know if they catched old Jack the Ripper. But of course, Jack the Ripper is British, so a lot of action happening here on the park. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go, because there are so many joggers out here, and I feel like I'm getting in the joggers' way. We got to get off the main drive here. And everyone's jogging right now. Oh, he was never found. What? Jack the Ripper was never found? What is this sorcery you speak of? Okay. Back out. We went up there. We saw those trees over there. We walked all the way up the long meadow. Now we're going to make our way down. Have a great day, CM. Thank you so much for hanging on out. That dog did look like a coyote. Yes, it did. I don't think we've ever had any coyote sightings here in the park, but we did have a, what was it, a giraffe or an elephant got loose from the Prospect Park Zoo once. I think it was a giraffe or an elephant. I forget which animal it was. But it was a big animal. It was a big one. You suspect that Jack was related to the Queen, so they... Ah, interesting. Ah, it was rumored he was an American doctor. Oh, Jack the Ripper. Okay. He was a really dark horse in London. I know, exactly. As soon as I walked into the park, the city disappeared. Oh, the icy lady is out. Oh my goodness. The icy lady is out. That's the magic of you're tired with all this walking. I'm not doing the walking here, Din Din. Yeah, that's the magic of Olmsted and Vox. He hides the city, and we're just not that far away from it. Or maybe a Power Ranger, maybe. Me too, Debbie. Me too. So I haven't seen too many squirrels, but rabbits, they will come out later on in the day. The rabbits come out in the evening. Brooklyn does have quite a few feral wild rabbits. Coney Island especially. Wow, yeah. I forgot the particulars of how he killed his victims there, Shayla. No doubt it wasn't the best. Yes, I am wearing sunscreen, Mark. Your parents went to Brooklyn College, awesome. Now let's see, this area coming up here has a bit of a spotty cell phone service. So let's see if the 5G holds up when we get up there. So if we lose signal, please be patient. I will be back. You know, the funny thing is I said that yesterday and we barely dropped out. So. And hey, Verizon, if you want to sponsor me, please feel free. You know, Mario, not too many people play music here in Prospect Park. There's sometimes a few musicians out here, but not too many. Nothing like Central Park. Central Park is way more musicians in Central Park than in Prospect. All right, so there's the picnic house. The picnic house is right over there. I'm gonna avoid the picnic house because I know there's a cell phone. Yeah, started buffering. Okay, yeah, there we go. Let me stay away. Let me stay away from the house. I know that's where the signal dies out. I'm better off staying in the middle of the long meadow. Yeah, no, that area by the house, though, Girl in the Curl, it has a little bit of buffering over there, a little bit of signal issues over there. So I'm gonna avoid it right now. And I'm gonna go around it. I know if I stay in the meadow, I'll be fine. And plus my feet are starting to hurt, so it'll feel nice walking on the grass. No buffering, no buffering, no buffering. Okay, thank you so much, guys. We might have had a little drop and I caught it, so. But I know that spot up there is a bad spot. So we're gonna go back out onto the lawn and go around it. Your mother says all the people use face masks, but in Chile, not the same situation. Your mother says hello, hello. Bienvenidos, Chile. All right. Let's go back out onto the long meadow. I have water with me, Girl in the Curl. Actually, let me sit on this bench over here. So, Neil, I have live streamed from inside the Brooklyn Museum. Terrible cell phone signal in there. Terrible cell phone signal in there. Not the best signal. It's the building itself that inhibits the cell signal. But and then I was also on the house Wi-Fi. I was on the museum's Wi-Fi. It still wasn't good. All right. You're more than welcome. All right, let's sit down for a little bit here and drink a little spell of water. Yeah, concrete is bad. Concrete kills a cell phone signal. Oh, what a lovely day. Ah, that feels nice. It's nice getting a big Faraday cage. Yeah, Sarge. That's what excuse me. That's what they called when I tried to live stream inside of the Museum of the Native American, and the staff over there was really, really nice, trying to help me facilitate my live stream. And thank you so much, Girl in the Curl. And not to be rude, though, New York City does have beautiful women, Mario. New York City does. Thank you so much, CB. So, yeah, one of the museum director, he goes like, yeah, it's a big Faraday cage. So, good to see you. Thank you so much, Sarge, and thank you so much, Mario. What is it like? It's like 8 Celsius, 6 Celsius. It's in the temperature when it comes up. Gesundheit. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Myrna. Oh, that felt good. All right.
We like water bottles too, so we decided to like bring it also.
2 hours, 37 minutes. There you go. 18 Celsius. Oh, sorry, it's now 19 Celsius, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. So, a pretty nice spring day here, guys. A pretty nice spring day. I'm going to continue to walk down the long meadow here. All right, let's continue on. I'm getting too relaxed. I'm getting too relaxed. Brilliant, right, Derek? Right? You relax, singing something. Yeah. Blessed to have all this green space, so. People having picnics by the picnic house over there. Isn't that a beautiful thing? That's part of the reason why I like living in Bay Ridge, because we're surrounded by parks and a highway, but we're surrounded by parks also. Ooh, somebody's barbecuing. Ooh, it's my first smell of barbecue for the season. Ooh, that smells good. Oh my God, all the pretty women. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. There's a couple of, oh my goodness, all these pretty women all around me now. Oh my goodness. Some of them, no doubt, too young for me, but still. Oh, these beautiful women. No, Century 21 closed. Plenty of cute guys, Mark. Plenty of cute guys, too. Maybe some of them too young. Yeah, the smell of the barbecue smells fantastic. Oh my God, it's making me hungry. No, I'm not going to zoom in. No, Neil. I give the women their privacy. I give everyone their privacy. But, yes, they're beautiful. Any rich old men? Probably, yeah. They would probably be the best dressed here in the park right now. The rich old men. They're the ones who come into the park with like a nice dress shirt and a nice fancy hat. And there is no privacy in the park, but I'm not going to zoom in on a couple of women. There were two women that I just passed having a picnic, and they were both extremely attractive. Can I have a picnic with you two ladies? Can I? What are you ladies talking about? Women barbecue, just eat beer in a chair. Exactly, Mario. Exactly. As my wife always says, there's nothing wrong with looking. There's nothing wrong with looking. So there's nothing wrong with looking. It's perfectly fine. exactly, CB. Thank you so much, Debbie. Exactly. Look but don't touch. Exactly. Good to see you there, Dave. Welcome. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You look at other cars than yours. Exactly. Coming into LaGuardia Airport, there it is. The LaGuardia approach lines up with Prospect Park almost perfectly. Back in 1961, there was a mid-air collision between two aircraft, and one crashed over in Staten Island, and the other crashed right over here on Sterling Street. Very scary airline crash that happened during the winter time. There was snow everywhere and everything. I'm married, not dead. Exactly. This is the opening credits for Little House on the Prairie. Yes, it is. No, cutting the grass is. They got machines for that. They got machines for that. You remember that? Remember that crash there, Dave? That was horrible. He was only about 2 blocks away, 2 blocks over from the park. So, if he would have just been 2 blocks over to the east, he would have crashed probably here in the Long Meadow. And who knows if more people might have survived? Who knows? There was only one survivor, a little boy, who would succumb to his injuries about 2 days later. Oh yeah, Frank, I'm getting some good steps in today. And that is a happy puppy. Happy puppies. Look at these. All the puppies are happy out here. All these dogs here. Wow, was only 2 blocks away. Wow. Jose Torres, Uepa, Puerto Rico, bienvenidos. The dogs are in full effect now down here. So if you go in this direction straight down, it's Kensington Park Slope to the west, and then to the east, Parkside, Prospect Park South, and all that good stuff. You're more than welcome, Kenya. I'm enjoying the stream too. And Tracy Taylor is in the room. Tracy, you got to go to the replay. I walked down that big concrete walk today at the Botanical Garden. There was a very sad air crash there, very horrible air crash back in 1961, Paul. And I believe at the time it was one of the worst air disasters like in history. At the time, of course. But the neighborhood, Sterling Street, still bears the scars of that 1961 air crash. Yeah, check out the replay. Yeah, I'm looking for some kites there, Sarge. I'm surprised we don't see any kites here in the lawn, but they are playing a baseball game out there, which is pretty nice. But we're going to come back next week because next week a lot more of the trees should be blooming. I want to kind of show you guys the changes. I want to show you guys as we build up into spring, into summer. I want to show you guys all the changes with all the trees here. Actually, Sterling Place. That's right, Sterling Place. Correct. Yeah, Sterling Place still bears the scars of that horrible accident all those years ago. Lived around the corner on Park Place. Wow. Yep, it was Eastern Airlines and United Airlines collision. He was born in '64. Yeah. So I tell you, 1964 though, that was a good year for music. '64 had some incredible hits. When are we flying to Texas? Soon, Brooklyn Honcho. Soon. On the next big rainy day, we'll do some more simming. You grew up on 11th Street and Prospect Park West. Good to see you there. Nitzia Ortiz, welcome. You lived on East 4th in Kensington. Nice. Kensington's like legit one of the best neighborhoods in all of Brooklyn, all of New York City. It's such a quiet neighborhood. And it's extremely safe. Well, we finally got a band playing music. We have a band playing music. Let me get a dollar bill ready. Let me get a dollar bill ready. Oh yeah. We're gonna take this one in, guys. We're definitely gonna take this one in. Because this band has a pretty big setup. No, not Nightbot just playing around with. I like it. Nightbot works for me. Don't worry about it, Brooklyn Honcho. Thanks, guys. Tip them out, guys. Tip them out. Tip them out. Tip them out. Tip them out. And Myrna Bergen with a 10 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much. You got it, Myrna. You got it. Actually gave him 5. I just realized. I don't care. Thank you so much, Myrna. Gave him a 5. I love it. No, Mary, I love it, man. I love it. It's that moment. It's that moment that I always strive for, you know? It's that moment I always strive for when I do these streams. These nonsensical live streams. Yeah. Thank you for everyone for joining the $5 club. And that band just got my last $5. I just realized, like, oh shit, that was a $5 bill. It's okay. Listen, that's a lot of equipment they're holding out here, so it's well earned. Yeah, more music. Hey, we'll see more music next time we're in the park. I don't like to stay on the musicians for too long. As we continue on, we're making our way down towards 14th Street now. Yeah, is it holding a big ass base like that? Exactly. I do diff 1400. I have plenty of money on my Metro card. Yes, I am using Prism Live. Yes, I am. Yes, I am using Prism Live. There is a way to unreverse the camera when it's on selfie mode, and there's also a way to shut off the Prism Live logo. But some of these streamers don't know that. Good to see you, Marvin. Welcome. No, the music, the band shell's right over here. We can't see it right now. It's just behind a hill. But I'll show you. It's right over here. Getting my workout. Getting my workout. So here is the band shell. This ain't going anywhere. Believe you me. This ain't going anywhere. There it is. Right down there. So Dave, that was when I was using the native YouTube app. The screen was dimming. For whatever reason, that day I was streaming, I couldn't get Prism Live to work. So I was using the YouTube native app to live stream. And when I used the YouTube native app, the stupid screen kept on dimming out on me. That was only extremely annoying. That was only extremely annoying. But hey, it comes with the territory. That reminds you of... Yeah, exactly, Deadpool. Exactly. Oh, what a lovely day in the park. Oh my goodness. What a lovely day in the park. You remember many free con? Yeah, Marvin, I saw Antibalas there. I saw Manu Chao there. I saw his last concert ever. What's his name? Oh man, what's his name? He performed his last concert there before passing away. Oh my God, who sings Shaft? Everyone, who sings Shaft? I saw his last concert there. He died 2 months later. I'm blanking on his. Why am I blanking on his name? He's like one of my favorite musicians of all time. I'm all stoned off of the pollen here. Isaac Hayes. I saw Isaac Hayes' last performance here at Celebrate Brooklyn, the Prospect Park band shell. No, not Barry White. He's still alive. No, it was Isaac Hayes. I saw Isaac Hayes' very last concert there at the Prospect Park Bandshell for Celebrate Brooklyn. And it was a great concert. He was full of energy. And then when he passed away, it was just 2 months later. And I was like, how did he pass away? Yeah, Deb, it was insane. To this day, I feel very lucky to have seen that concert. Chef, Emily, yes, chef. Well, I want to cross the street, but this speed demon here is speeding up. Gonna have to run here. Okay. We made it. Beautiful afternoon indeed, Walt. 'Cause it's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Walt Disney's in the house. How them Sherman brothers doing? I'm surprised nobody names themselves the Sherman brothers yet. Can you dig it? That's right. Oh wow, Paul, that's amazing. Yep, died in 2003. Yep. That's when I saw him in concert. It was his last performance he ever did. Right here in Brooklyn. Hello, Savannah Vlogs. All right. I'm getting close to people again, so let me put on my mask. Getting close to human beings. All right. On goes the mask. It is time. Regular world. It's time to return to the city of Brooklyn. Pritchard Square is in front of us. It's not really a square, it's a circle. But this brings our tour of Prospect Park and the Brooklyn Botanical Garden to an end. There's only one thing left to do, and that is to jump on the subway. So let's do it. My feet hurt. My feet hurt right now, so I'm ready to sit on the train right now and relax for a spell. And Debbie Burnfield with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Debbie, for the $5. You're more than welcome. I'm glad this made your day, Debbie. I'm glad you enjoyed. I want to see a Charlie Dodger game. One last cherry blossom for y'all. You're more than welcome, Jennifer. I'm glad you enjoyed. Now let's hop on the train, guys. It's time to end the live stream like we always end the live stream, on the train. You're more than welcome, girl in the curl. Hey. Hey. Ooh, it's nice and cool down here. Nice and cool. Let's get this Metro card out. You're more than welcome, 1400. More than welcome, William and Mario and Miss Cecilia. Always a fun stream. You got it, Tracy. Well, we're going to come back again next week, hopefully next Tuesday, and we will see the progress of all of our cherry blossom trees. Like a basement, only a lot noisier. Exactly. You're more than welcome there. Dave, Bluesy Vlogs, Sarge Tech, Sammy. Do me a favor. This is Dutch Miles signing off. Have a fantastic Brooklyn day, whether you live here or not. I want you to hug your loved ones. I want you to cherish the moments. Good night, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow.